Guys, I put another mod in, by the way. Let's have a look at it first. I want to show you guys what mod I have. For some reason, it's not bringing up the game capture. What is going on? Oh, for some reason, it's forgotten which monitor it uses. Haha. Thanks, OBS. That update was super swell. Okay, this is what I've added. Bigger grav ships and other Odyssey spaceship related settings by the following mod maker, Red Mattis. So yeah, this basically lets you change the radius and change how many structural support like the grav engine can have. So I have tweaked that a little bit, but that's what we're currently using. And I tweaked it so that I can have 1,000 from the actual grav engine and 500 from the core. I haven't changed the radius of where I can build, but what I have changed is, at least I don't think, that does look bigger, did I? Because I tweaked a few things and then I set a few things back. Let's just double check and make sure it is as it should be. Yeah, okay. So instead of 500 structure support, or was it 750? I can't remember. Anyway, whatever it was, it's 1,000. The structure radius was 26, I believe. It's still 26. What I have also changed, though, on my other playthrough that I'm playing not on stream, my own personal one, I've found that I've gotten to the point now where I have quite a few of these extenders, and I tried putting it beyond like where the actual grav engine's radius is, and it wouldn't do it. It was like, no, it's got to be built within the radius of this grav engine, which once you've got several of the extenders built, you can't really see where the other radius is. Like, once you've actually built on the deck, like up to the edge, you can't see where that edge is anymore once you go over it, which I've done. And I'm like, well, I'm questing around trying to find a good place to put it, and I didn't like it. So this mod lets me increase the radius away from this that I can build, and I've kind of doubled it. I've set it to 50, so I can build one of these now probably out as far as here, which gives you an idea of how big the ship's going to get. It might be too big, I don't know, and the same back here as well. But you see, like, look at that. It doesn't show, like, I lose the circle, so I don't know how far across is across, you know, so I can't plan things without doing things, if that makes sense. But anyway, it won't let me put them down right now as well because they need to be, you know, on a deck plate. But we'll work on it. Wow, I can read the stream text. yeah, the little news ticker down here, it's like, oh, you can read that now. Nice. That's what new glasses do for you guys. I mean, I put mine on today. Just say you want to strap engines to the continent. We're getting there. We will do that. Eventually, we're going to land this ship, drill into the Earth, and then take off and take the Earth with us. And it's going to be great. Now, but anyway, we're picking up where we left off. Let's get on with it. Let's let our guys do some stuff. What I did do as well, just before we got started, was queued up making frag grenades. I realized all my workbench stuff, since I remade my workbenches, they weren't covering the area where the actual resources are. So that's not helpful. Yeah. So basically, you know, that's all I'm doing for now. I think we're still making a sword here. Yeah. We need a sword for Strong Tusa. You can have that. The little info text in the bottom left. Oh, this stuff down here. Yeah, because that's really tiny, right? I could boost the UI scale, but then it really clutters the screen when you bring up all the menus and stuff, I find, and it's like, oh, it's too much just for the sake of being able to read these. All right, we got an ancient danger. So we are, like, as I was saying, grenades. We're going to build some grenades. We're going to give them to somebody. Let's speed the game up a bit. And we're going to blow a hole in this. I built these defenses around us last time as well. So we will have our guns doing some of the work. And then I've kind of felt that what we need to do, we do need eventually to start getting into gravtech and advanced gravtech. I think standard basic gravtech does let us build the doors though, right? Or does it? Where do we get those from? Is it advanced? There are airlock type doors that we're going to need, but I want to go to orbit and I want to get vac stone and I want to start building my own panels instead of having to hunt for them. But we came here and found an ancient danger. We just needed to get the heck away from where we were, where we did that little side dish quest. And we're on our way up here to go deal with an ancient reactor and get another grav core and get some panels, hopefully. And then we can make the ship a wee bit bigger again. But now that we've got a lot of build capacity, we can fill out more of the area. Not the whole of it for now. I may still tweak it over time, but I did find on my other playthrough, I've gotten to the point where I've got quite a lot of radius I can building and not really a lot to be able to make extra rooms. You know, it's like I've got the panels, but I've run out of capacity and I've only made a tiny little bit still. And I'm like, I don't like this. I get why the developers have done it that way. They probably also want it for performance reasons, so people's game doesn't lag. But I always think to myself, if you have a system that is lagging because you built too big of a colony, that's not something that the game needs to try to hold your hand and fix by saying, we're only going to let you build so much. It's like, well, surely it's up to the player then to realize, oh, I've gone way beyond what my computer can handle and scale it back a bit. We don't need developers putting caps on things. We should do that ourselves, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, let's have a look. Anybody going to build these frag grenades? Also, is everybody... Right, we got a new person as well. I forgot. We got a newbie in the colony. We still have spaces for people who don't have names. Feel free to use the channel redemption point. Spend 500 points and I'll name one of the unnamed colonists after you. And by unnamed, I mean the ones that we haven't yet named after viewers, which is up to here. So we've got 3 left. But somebody, yeah, Rika joined us. Somebody needs to get their hands on some grenades, and I wouldn't mind. Oh, Rika's doing the researching, right. Yes, we set Rika as the primary researcher alongside Inti. Let's see, who is supposed to do smithing? Hooper. Yeah, we need more crafting characters. Like, I mean, Inti has good crafting skills and good research. But maybe we'll put research up to 2 and set crafting to 1. And smithing and tailoring to 3. And I think Hooper, actually, yeah, okay. Crafting to 2. Hooper can be 1. Smithing, you can do that as a primary role in T. So now you've got extended privileges and duties on the ship. Wolf today, somebody on me was really smart and pulled the main circuit breaker of the main server room and the UPS didn't kick in. Did they get fired? Network issues for the rest of the day. What? Why did they pull the circuit breaker? Did they know what they were doing? Did they go to pull a breaker and it was the wrong one? And they got it by accident. That can happen. But if they were just like, what does this do? And pull the lever, it's like, don't do that. Keep your fucking mitts off something you're not supposed to touch. May I spend points to be allowed to name one Santa Claus? Totally not with a white beard. I'd rather reserve as many spaces as possible for people to actually have real names. So... I mean, if we don't get many more people joining the colony, sure, we can do a few goof names as well, and I'll let people spend points for them. Let's leave it for now, and let's see if more people want to join, because we're not going to get too many people in the colony if we're restricted to the ship, so... They said they wanted to test the breaker. Do they also touch a hot stove to test whether it's hot? You know, like... Again, if that was their job, and it's like, no, I work with this, I needed to test the breaker, then fair enough, you know, but they could have probably gone about it differently. Either way, yeah, that's problematic. That causes huge issues. Yikes. Right, I might have to micromanage some people and literally tell them, go make some freaking stuff. Because I don't know what the heck else Upa was doing other than just walking around the ship all day. They are unrestricted. They're allowed to go anywhere, so that's okay. Another thing I want to do, I actually played around. I got to the point in my other playthrough where I've researched ground-penetrating scanners, and I found deep chem. So I figured out a good way to do the whole pump jack and refinery stuff. I can apparently relocate pump jacks. Like once I've built them, I can unbuild them, pack them up and move them somewhere else. Refineries and tanks, I cannot. These drains and taps I can, but everything else, no. So that's a problem. So whenever we do that, I'm going to need to have chem fuel tanks, or deep chem tanks rather, and the refineries on the ship. And the pump jack is going to have to make, well, I'll probably have to have a tank with it and a tap, and have the tap output barrels. And then the barrels are going to need to be hauled continuously to the ship, where they are then drained into another tank, and then the refinery can do its business, and that can then pump out into a normal tank. These tanks can refill these generators, and they can refill the flight tanks. I do kind of want to make them now. I want to put one here and maybe one here. I don't know though. No, because I'm going to need a passage to get around this. And once I've built them, I can't remove them without destroying them. I'm going to have to pump fuel from one into others whenever I rebuild new tanks once we extend the ship. That's a little bit of fucking around, but we can do it. I'm going to build these. Oh, yeah. Inti is going to go make our grenades. Nice. So we're going to do that. I'm going to put a drain over here next to the refinery for now. Those can be relocated. And I'm going to make piping to here, here and here, and then under here and here and here, and that'll keep the generators not having to manually refuel them anymore. We're going to put all the chem fuel into this tank. All these canisters of chem fuel are going to get put into the tank. So now that's a thing we are running out of. Until we get into actually pumping it, yeah, we got problems. So I'm going to get some people doing that as well. We do need to deal with this ancient danger first. I do want to do that early. And then we can just focus on restocking again. Yeah, look at that. Somebody went ahead and moved chem fuel without us even looking onto this, this drain. Multi-analyzer is done. What do we want to do next? What were we working toward? I think rocket swarm launcher. What I really should be doing is orbital tech. That's where we get it. Vac barrier. Right. Yeah, let's get that. Once we get orbital tech, we can go up to space. We'll have oxygen pumps. I can make vac suits. I can make a vac barrier. And then we can pressurize the ship properly. And we can fly up and mine an asteroid. And the stone chunks we get from an asteroid can be used to make our own panels. So we don't need to hunt around for them on the planet anymore by going to events. And fun fact, people had their pitchforks ready. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that for 1 minute. I'd be like, yeah, weird that, right? Very weird. It's funny how people are passionate about not having their shit fucked about with like that. So yeah, look at this. Look, these tanks. Oh, and I should have made another tank there. There we go. Another pipe. Sorry, for both tanks. So here's how this works. Whenever somebody makes chem fuel, they will come away with canisters of chem fuel. They will drop the canisters of chem fuel onto this drain. This is set to have chem fuel as an important stockpile. Not preferred, important. In fact, I'm going to say critical, just in case we do more and I forget about that. They will automatically drop it from there to there. It will drain out and go through the piping network that we just built. Whoop. And if it's got somewhere else to go, it will go to like the generators, but otherwise it'll pop into the fuel tank. And we currently have a bit of fuel left. So when these generators like drain another unit, then this will trickle a unit out into them to keep them topped up. And we no longer have people fucking around ferrying canisters of fuel. And eventually, when I'm happy with the fuel levels, we're also going to do that for these, for the actual... Oh, okay, hang on. I need to make a change. Did I change that without knowing? These small tanks... Ah! Jesus! Urana! To the brig with you! Hello! What the hell is that? Is that a Barrett emote? I love it. Nice. Come on in, Urana. We have a redeem. You can join the colony if you like. You can join our pirate band and smoke leaf all day. I just installed a new mod that lets me make bigger ships, and I've realized for some reason the fuel tanks are now double the capacity that they usually are, and there is an option for it. I never looked at it, and I didn't make a change to it. So maybe it like has a built-in default change. Restore vanilla defaults. You know what? Let me do that. I just went from whatever was in here. If it comes pre-packed with its own defaults, that might be why. Yeah. No wonder no wonder this looked bigger. Okay. Yeah, restored vanilla. There we go. 250 fuel. I thought I might have gone to the margins of what I could build from the engine. I thought I did that. And then it was over here, and I'm like, that's weird. But honestly, maybe we will go with that. I just kind of wanted to double what was default. So this should be more like, well, if it's 19, that should be more like, I guess we'll just call it 40. Let's say 40 is the radius for this, the engine substructure. I wanted to double the number, and I have to do that first and then do that, because it's weird. If I just do that and start typing 1,000 in, the minimum it can do is 260 or something, and it just defaults to that. It's very weird. Right, so I want 1,000 structural support, 40 radius, grav fuel extender support. That's how many we can add. Yeah, so let's do 500 whenever we put one of these extender cores on. Boot me in, time to eat all, arse I can get what? Oh my goodness. Chosen to join the colony, we will get somebody named after you. Do you have a preference of style of person? We've got a crafting person. You know what, a miner would be ideal for you if we have somebody who does mining still. I'm going to have a look in a minute. I'll see if somebody's a mining character that's available, and if they are, I'm naming them after you. Otherwise, I'll pick somebody. You don't get a choice, actually. The choice was a lie. I didn't want to change the fuel tank, so we're good with that. Extenders max distance from engine. Right. Yeah. Let me do that. 140. So that lets us build extenders up to the engine. This is going to be different, however. I'm going to make it 60. I'm going to make it 20 more. Again. So it's like whatever the original was is going to be added on to the new default. I'm not going to change the numbers of thrusters. I don't get this. GravCore power cell output. I didn't know there was a power generator, and I've seen shield generators. I'm not going to play about with any of those. I just want more building space without it being crazy. Let's have a look at that now. So, yeah, that did not change a goddamn thing. I didn't save the changes. Fuck, hang on, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. Oh, it saved them, though. Okay, good. I don't need to put them in again. Apply settings. There we go. That's what you have to do. Now, yeah. There we go. Now I can build out further. That's better. That's much better. And these cores now can go, because that's like to the front here. That's the original, right? So, and I didn't want to change these. That might be too much still. You know what? That's insane. No, I'm going to put it back to hold, please. This is a new mod. I'm still fucking about with it. I'm going to go with 26 like I had before. And max extension from there, I'm going to put to 50 instead. Whatever. We'll just do that. Okay. Because that was insane. That was a bit too much. There we go. And then I can, you know, move stuff around and shuffle stuff about. So... okay, let's find somebody for Urana. Who is our mining character? Okay, strong 2... Oh, you know what? Rika. The new one will do mining. It's not very good. Level 4. Mostly doing our nerdy research now. But will do mining. You are going to be Rika. Because strong Tusa is already available. So... sorry, already not available. Anyway. Let me catch up on chat. Whatever you pick is fine. I'll corrupt the character with my name anyway. Yeah, well, we're going to call you... Your animal, because then you are going to dig for us. The digger. Your animal, the digger. Build additional pylons. Yes, exactly. You need to build additional pylons. Nice tits you got. What? Oh dear. Today we had an awkward discussion at work and we have a new rule. Each team has to have a unique shorthand code made of their capitalized team name. Mine is... Oh, right, I see. Team Information Technology Support Tits. Got it. Okay, I should have read that first and then not skip over the long messages to go to the short messages and then catch up to the long messages. Yeah. My response, aren't those small birds? Yes, they are, exactly. There's, you know, people who make anything more of it than that, that's juvenile. So, what is Hooper doing? What are you doing? Oh, you're making... You're rolling up the leaf. Okay. How much do we have? We've got 116 joints. Look, Hooper, you just need to chill. Okay? We have plenty. And there's much more that needs doing other than this. So when you finish that batch... So I don't want them to leave those smoke leaves sitting out. I'm going to suspend that. And now you can go finish making other shit. Like that freaking plasteel gladius that someone needs before we bust open this ancient evil. But we do have grenades. In fact, you know what? Who could have the grenades? Who gets demolition duty? Somebody with a good throwing arm. I don't know if the grenades need melee? Frag grenades. Let's have a look. Do frag grenades rely on melee skill? Does it tell us anywhere? Or do they rely on shooting skill? Usable with shields, armor pen. I mean, they're a ranged weapon, so you think they would be shooting. I don't want to give it to someone with a shit melee skill and find out that throwing it relies on a roll of melee, you know. Grenades would be good for mining, just saying. Well, it's also going to be good for blowing up this wall, and inside it could be a bunch of sleepers with very advanced weapons who will shoot at us when they come out if we damage their sarcophagus, which we might if one of them is in the blast radius. Or it could have mechanoids in there guarding sleepers, which is also a thing. So, yeah, we need to be careful when we bust that down. How are we doing on food? Loads, but let's harvest some berries. And then eventually, hopefully, we'll get somebody over here. Like, Inti is now making a heavy SMG for Urana. We're keeping Inti and Tay with the bolt-action rifle, though. That's good. And how are we doing on orbital tech? We're about halfway there. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to move Urana up on the list now. There's just 2 people left. But Urana doesn't really have very good shooting skills. Urana is a medic and an intellectual, but not a miner. So, and a miner as well, but not a shooter. So I was looking at the word mining when I said that. Weird how that happens, right? Anyway, yeah, I think maybe Hooper would have to. Thing is, Tay only has 7.99 in shooting, but somehow has been nailing the shots. You know, like, doing very well. And Hooper is the best shot on the colony. So I think we'll give the grenades to Hooper. Hooper doesn't have a sidearm, I think? No, they don't. Excellent. So Hooper, wherever the grenades are in this place, here we go. Equip frag... Oh, I can't equip them as a sidearm? Damn. All right, do it. Just do it. Joke's on you, Wolf. I finished paramedic school, too. Oh, well then, there we go. Can I get Hooper to... I can't get them to equip a heavy SMG. I don't want my best shooter... Well, do we? No, you know what? Equip it. And Dragoon, I will have you equip the frag grenades for now. We'll swap you back after we're done. And if you could haul that away, that'd be great. There we go. We'll wait until we've got a heavy SMG. Well, we have one now for Urana, I guess, but we'll wait till that's finished. And I would like that Gladius to be finished, but Hooper is too busy doing planting work. Let's have a look. You know what? I'm going to set this to 3 and 3 and let Hooper actually... There we go. Now they'll finish that off. And Inti's now working on clothing? Oh yeah, we had t-shirts and pants that needed making. That's right. Urana doesn't need an SMG, hands out sledgehammer and mining drill. You know what we can do? I showed people this earlier. We can make... Oh, why is... Whoa, what the hell happened there? That went... Everything froze up. We can make specialized limbs if we find the Imperial tech print for it, which means we can make a drill arm. So we could turn Urana into a Big Daddy from BioShock. That can be a thing. Just saying. I'm just saying that can be a thing. Why is our power getting drained so much again now? What's draining us? Like, so far I haven't even needed to build heating systems on this ship because we're always in super hot. We're in the equatorial region, so it's always like 30 odd degrees outside the ship, and it's a big metal box, so we need all these fans running. Haven't needed to do anything else. But, yeah. Okay. So that gun got made. I am going to hunt it down. Equip heavy SMG. We'll give you the good one, not the excellent one, because, you know. Right. And when this Gladius is done, we're going to give it to Tusa the Strong, and then we're going to get ready to blast the shit out of this place. So we'll probably be doing that in the next day. First hammer to the head, stud opponent, then drill their backside. No! Ew! Already on the Big Daddy route. For sure, yeah. I do want to make a sniper rifle for Talon as well, but I don't think... We haven't done precision rifling yet, no. When we're done with orbital tech, what are we going to work on? I wouldn't mind getting drilling and then ground scanning. And then we can start looking for chem fuel on the ground and pumping it out, but we need to boost the size of the ship and make a refinery for it. I can always make a refinery on the ground first, but it's such a waste of resources. When we fly away, when we're forced to because of mechanoids, we're going to have a problem then. What else should we work on? I mean, we could get started... EM shielding wouldn't be bad. Is there anything in here we should get early? We've got complex. We could do modern furniture and then spacer furniture. Might not be a bad idea. But maybe we start working on standard grav tech. Get the bigger thrusters and tanks. And then get advanced where we can start making our own stuff. Our own panels. That's... Your ship expands so much quicker then. Did I suspend this, by the way? I did. That's why nobody's doing chem fuel production. I suspended it. Hey, the sword is done. The sword. Quest available, royal visitor. Don't care. Don't want to do that. Tusa the Strong, I would like you to pick up wherever the goddamn hell they put it. Did somebody just equip it? I bet somebody just was like, oh, I'll take that. I bet they did. Plasteel. Plasteel. Where's the sword? Who has it? Whoever stole the sword, put it back. Alright? We're not mucking around. That wasn't for you. Whoever did it. Who has it? No, seriously. Who has the plasteel sword that was being made? Where the fuck is it? I only have these 2 cargo pods and then that one there that is just, you know, unused for now. Where did the sword go? Oh, there's living going on there. We'll not get in the middle of that. Well, there it is. Why won't it let me search for it? It's right there. Okay. All right. Yeah. So once Stronk-Tucer is out of bed. I will have him equip. Because this is going to be a way, way better weapon for him. He's the melee dude. He's going to be the head fogger. There we go. Go get your shit. Nice. Better weapons. Okay. Right, we are going to have a quick save here. I don't save scum these usually, not unless I'm testing something I'm very unfamiliar with and I don't know if it's a good or bad idea. But I know what I'm doing here, and I know it's a bad idea. So it's on me if we lose people, but we're going to overwrite the save. I should have probably actually not been over... Because I've heard there's been some bugs with this mod I'm using now as well, but oh well, it's fine. We will get everybody recruited. Spread y'all out. Like this. We'll get Dragoon down here. He's gonna lob them grenades down there. Yeah. Tucer can hide back here, and if people come running out, he can charge in and, you know... Doc, if you're not fighting, you're gonna have to stay on the ship, my dude. Yuri, stay on the ship. There we go. Alright, Hooper, you should be behind cover, and so should NT. So we've got Tay the Dreadeye. Don't stand directly in front of the gun turrets either, guys. Just kinda chill, you know. Alright. Here we go. I wanna throw these frags here and blow out that wall. Breach and clear. Oh, that poor rat. Ooh. Nope, you keep missing here, Dragoon. This is not good. Who's about to have a major break? Inti? Why? Why? Oh, there we go. Alright, you can stop. What have we got? Oh, 1 sleeper pod. Compact weaponry tech print? Yo, but no threats inside. Alright, well we can just send everybody back to their business for now. Now I know there's no immediate threat. And what have we got? Steel urns, steel tables, glitter world medicines. That will have a person in it. And we are going to need to fight them. There could be something in there. I will need to send someone in. Luciferium? We're not taking that. And a psychic soothe pulsar. Yo, they're good. They're good. You love your new glasses? Nice. I'm glad you're happy with them, you know? Like, if you weren't, that would suck. Like, there's nothing worse than needing new glasses, going and getting everything figured out, And then you put them on and it's like, I don't like these. Long-term use, you realize, no, these are still not good and having to go back. Okay, Inti is not happy. Recreation starved again. Inti, look, there's a pool table, there's drugs, there's darts. What more do you want? How can I entertain you? Recreation. Let's see what else there is. There's a chess table, there's poker, and there's a punching bag. You know what? We should make that punch bag, actually. I'm going to put that over there. Chess table. Okay. Hey, they're pirates, but they play chess. Because even they can be intellectual like that. I'm going to need to find a place to put it that is out of everybody's fucking way. We're running out of space there, which is why we needed more space. I'm going to put it there for now, along with furniture. There we go. That's what we need. We'll put some nice chairs down. School chair? No. Dining chair? Sure, maybe. Or a stool. No, dining chair. Put a couple of nice chairs there. Could put some couches there eventually. I want a parkour course. Parkour. Yeah. Sure. Time to eat the sleeper. We will do that event. No, we won't. We're not cannibals. We are not savages, okay? Oh dear. Yeah, Inti is recreation starved though. How are we gonna fix this? Like, there's recreation available. There's plenty of time in the schedule for recreation. You know, I feel like we need to enforce a bit more and say from 5 p.m, stop working. Go take care of yourself. Have some you time. Yeesh. Man, everybody's taking forever building this stuff. You can do parkour once you take the drugs. No need for the course. Yeah, mental parkour. There we go. See, look, Inti's doing... I wonder if there's a preference. I've never really thought about that. I thought you put recreation down and they will do whatever the heck they want. You know? But... oh, you know what? What's interesting here, Inti? Hang on, let me move my camera. One of your character traits is that you're a jogger. Which I fully accept the incongruity of that, knowing your personal circumstances as I do. But here, in the game, your character likes to jog. So you saying you want a parkour course is actually kind of on the nail here. You're hitting the nail on the head. Wolf, you're not a cannibal, but here's your Anna in the house. Well, this is the thing about the ideology expansion as well, is that cannibalism now is specifically an idea. I mean, there are people who have cannibal as a personal trait, but ideology overrides those sometimes. So we could have everybody be cannibals by setting up an ideology with cannibalism, but if an individual is a cannibal, it causes problems within the ideology system, so people who are part of the ideology will never usually be cannibals. It will just be people part of other ideologies that don't strictly forbid cannibalism will become cannibals, potentially. We could still force feed them human meat, though, for sure. So, yeah, there's that. Gonna move that back over there now. Alright, well, Dragoon no longer needs these grenades. They came in useful for this. Now, that sleep pod, until we fuck with it, you know, it's not going to be a problem. Capture raiders and force them to eat each other. Well, again, here's the thing. In our ideology, one of our ritual types down here, look, is a gladiator duel. I can force prisoners to fight each other. And I could also send Strunktusa in there as well as the champion to try to slay them all for our pleasure, and it will be considered a good time by everybody. So, it's kind of funny you say that again. Yeah. Oh dear. So anyway, we... What? Hang on. What's the date? 2nd of April, May. The big smoke comes up on the 1st of September, and then we've got Bobsmas on the 10th of December. Watchtower parties. We're still on a cooldown for those. Okay, good. Yeah, there we go. I did put a ritual spot down. That's right. I was like, where's that little ritual we can do regularly to try to get people in? But yeah, we just recently did it, and that's when we got Rika. We landed, we did it, and then Rika joined at the end of the last stream. So everybody's fulfilled, nobody dies. Wait, what? Nobody of importance dies. Nobody who matters dies. Oh, yeah. Alright, what's our chem fuel situation looking like now? It feels like we're not making any. What's going on? We'll get into this shortly. What I'm going to do is surround this with guns. I'm just going to surround it with people with guns, and I'm going to send Tusa in and have him open it because he's the melee guy, and the person who pops out, one of two things will happen. They will either pop out and be unconscious or groggy because of cryosleep sickness, or they will come out ready to fight. They'll come out shooting. So we might need a, you know... Look at all this vomit all over the place as well. Jesus Christ, people. Clean up. Like, Tay is the only one who will do cleaning and is more interested in growing plants. Strong Tusa does mining. You know what? I'm going to put cleaning on number 1 as well. Doc Yuri does construction. Again, when they're not doing it, do cleaning. I want that doing first. This place is filthy. Let's get this ship cleaned up, guys. Come on, we've got smoke leaf sitting around, the sacred leaf, in piles of vomit. Blech. Alright. Hooper, let's see what Hooper does. Like, they're going to make how much chem fuel? I just want to slow it down so I can see it happen. It doesn't happen in the blink of an eye. I want to make sure they put it here. 35 chem fuel goes into the tap and then goes into the storage. Good, good, good. Now, unless somebody's just doing that constantly through the day, we're always going to be pretty... Oh, there's more over here, right? I'm like, why has this not gone up by much? Some of it went into this tank. It's balancing out between the two. So that's good. That tank got built first, and I didn't build that. So, and all the fuel went in there initially. And as a backup, when these are full and that's full, you know, we can't add any more to it to stack up, to auto-drain in. They will eventually have to start putting it in the cargo, but that's not where we're going. Eventually, we're going to not do this chumpy biofuel refining, chopping down wood and turning it into biodiesel bullshit. We're going to be finding oil underground, like Jed Clampett, and we're going to drill that shit out. And we're going to refine it on the ship. There's going to be big plumes of smoke coming off the back of the ship while we're refining the crude. And it's going to become, you know, our go juice. Oh my god, I was on the floor laughing. Okay, tomorrow we're going to do this. We're going to recover some of this. There is actually a crate there, I've noticed as well, that has more stuff in it. Hopefully it has some decent weapons. But we will clear this room first and make sure there's nothing else in there. Like no ancient mechanoid hanging about, you know, like waiting for somebody to stumble in so it can gun us down with a minigun, because that can happen. Wolf, I've got a question. What chatbot am I using? I am using streamer.bot, and they just updated now to their version 1. It's a lot more user-friendly now. There's an actual proper UI, but it has made it harder for me to use. Ironically, it's like, shit, where is everything? But yeah, it's a little less confusing to navigate. So yeah, streamer.bot, that's what I'm using right now. And yeah, it's not bad. It's a lot more powerful than, say, Streamlabs bot or something. Now, when can we launch again? We can launch, so we will probably do that soon and go. We're not going to stay on this map too long. In fact, what I'm going to do is forbid sowing on the rice paddy there. So once we've cleaned this out, we have very little reason to hang around. I'm going to tell people to mine that vein of components, though. We do want those. And that one over there. We're low on components, so we'll get those done. There's a load of steel here as well. It'd be tempting to sit around and mine it all for a little while. Is that what I think? No. Okay, I thought I saw a light patch. I thought it was plasteel. I was like, wait a minute. I thought we didn't have any on this map. Yeah. And then we got silver up there. Would be nice. That's right. I forgot this was a coastal zone. We were just looking to get off the previous map and come here, so... Alright, but what we're going to do now is get... Oh, Dragoon, I need you to go recover your... where are they? There we are. Equip your heavy SMG. We don't need them grenades anymore. They're going to be more trouble than they're worth in close quarters. We're going to recruit everybody. Bring them all over here. Oh god, that peacock better not wake the ancient sleeping. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get Ripley, Tusa, and Urana. And no, don't melee attack the peacock. Jesus Christ. Alright, Ripley. Go. No, what are you doing, dude? Just walk there. Thank you. Urana there. Tusa, step in. Okay. A very threatening marble wall. Shit. Right, we'll have Urana go here. We'll have Ripley go there. We'll have Inti stack up over here. And we'll have Tay there. We'll have Dragoon there. And we'll have Hooper there. And then we'll see what happens when we open this shit. Open. There's going to be a dude inside, obviously. Yep, there we go. Green. Ancient soldier. Are they just friendly? They're just friendly, but they've got marine armor. So, and I don't have any prison cells to put them in. Do we want to try to capture them? 75% chance of yes. Okay, well, okay. Prison. Sorry, Dragoon, no bed for you. We're going to make a loft bed for you. That's going to go right there. Ah, fucking no it isn't. Not there. It's going to go right there. Well, you're going to live with Strong Tusa for a while. You're going to bunk up. Blue people or blue arrow boy? Avatar, fire and ash. Hey, I'm looking forward to that. I want to go see that. Alright, let's try the arrest. Go for it. Oh shit, no resistance given. Fuck yeah. Hooper, do us a favor, open that crate. Okay. And we'll undo that. Whoa, what did you get? What did you get? Tech print, Imperial Defenses. Ooh. Yes! Yes! That is part of Vanilla Expanded, actually, over here. I can make... I'm going to move the camera. I can make these big gun turrets. A long-range weapon used by the Empire to take out enemy targets from afar. Oh, ultra-dense uranium slugs at high speed. This is basically a multi-barrel sniper turret. And I can make an Onaga, which is like a big missile turret. And you have to make these ammo boxes for them as well. Like uranium slug ones, missile boxes, and the autocannon ones are for the Palantone. I didn't know I was going to get this. That's amazing. Oh, we can put these turrets on our ship. The dream is coming. Yes. I need fabrication before I can do that. We've got Tech print for compact weaponry. I would like Dragoon to haul that. Yep. And then we'll send people in to get these, and these. Now, one of the sad things is this cryosleep container, I can't move it. I cannot relocate it to my ship, which I'm sad about. So we're just going to deconstruct it for now. We'll just do that. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to claim these steel urns. No. Don't uninstall. Hey, stop grabbing my attention. There we go. We're going to put these in our cabins, guys. We're going to claim it. We're going to reinstall that one, and it'll go in Hooper and Tay's place. And we're going to claim this one, and we're going to reinstall it over here. Oh, Tusa, yeah, you can do that. Hey, don't leave the weapon in there for them. All that shit. Thank you. And the drugs and the plasteel. Look at this! We got a captive. Might be a good idea, actually, to, you know, to recruit this person. And then that becomes their room anyway. Big cannons? I love big cannons. If you read Upwards Wolf, you'll know when... what? Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I know it's coming in December. Yeah, I saw the release date a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago when it was finally announced. I'm looking forward to it. Gotta get that fish and start making sushi. We can actually fish now as well. They added it with Odyssey. I think it was... Ooh, about that getting Vaxstone? Yeah. Okay, that's just because we finished the research. Oh, and we got ad break on. Sorry, guys, I didn't see that coming. Would have warned y'all. Yeah, I've forgotten what I was saying now. Yeah, during the free update to the base game, I believe, fishing became available as a thing that can be done and researched. I don't think you need to own Odyssey to do that, but like Odyssey gives you the grav ship stuff and all the other related tech trees. All right, what are we going to work on next? So we got multi-analyzer. We could work toward fabrication. If we do that, we can then get these good gun turrets, but we're way off being able to really build them for now. I feel like we should at least start on deep drilling and ground penetrating scanner, and then we can start looking for other stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a wall there. That's a bit of a silly idea, but, you know. Oh, I can't do it here. I need to reinstall this somewhere. Okay, that's going to have to go in here for now, like that. I need to build another wall. I'm going to move that door backward, or build a door there, I guess. Build a copy of the door, build a copy of the door. And then I'm going to remove those outer doors and replace them with vac barrier. Oh, I need gravelite panels for it. Shit. Okay, fine. No, cancel that. Cancel that. Okay. I need gravelite panels and we don't have any. We'll have to get some from this next mission, so yeah. Cannibal sushi? That could happen. And just drop the contraband in the prison cell. Yeah. Well, look, keep the prisoners drugged and happy. Either that, or we go here, do operation, add bill. What we can do then, you can't actually remove a limb that's healthy, but you can install a prosthetic limb. I could install 2 peg legs, and then I can remove the peg legs. And then they can't walk. But then it comes with the added problem of when you do recruit these people finally, you need to be able to give them limbs. Now you can, eventually, when we go down the prosthetics tree, do bionic replacements and make bionic legs, I think. Yeah, bionic leg. And then we can put those on them. But it's a lot of fucking around to make sure your prisoners don't try to escape. So, you know, what we should do, I am going to set this to reduce resistance. Peg legs and arms, Family Guy character in the making. Oh no. Probably, yeah. Alright, we're going to reclaim as well all of this right here. We'll get those steel barriers back. Once we've done this, most of this harvest, these little bits aren't going to grow. We're going to leave, and we're going to go somewhere else. We're going to go deal with an ancient nuclear reactor. Oh, we need to gather those up as well. Is my guy still cutting up? Still cutting up components. Okay. So we'll just boost time up a wee bit. Let's keep going. Let's let everybody just do their jobs. There's still chem fuel to be made. How much wood have I got? 6,000 odd wood. All that needs turning into chem fuel. I mean, we can keep working on that while we're dealing with the nuclear reactor. That's a tough one. That's a very tough gig. Shit. You know what I might want to do is, since I have vac suits, 3 components, 20 plasteel per vac suit. Who doesn't have them? We need 2 of these. And we need 2 helmets, right? Why doesn't Dragoon have a helmet? Are you just not wearing one? Do we have a spare vac suit helmet? We need a 3rd helmet. There we go. Alright. Let's just do that, and we'll just let them burn through their shit. Because vac suits are also good for resisting toxic atmospheres. Oh, wait a minute. No, we don't need a 3rd helmet. Because Ripley has a helmet without a suit. He's just wearing the helmet. So I was looking at like who hasn't got a vac suit, and I'm like, Ripley, Urana, and Dragoon don't have don't have vac suits. But it's no, he's got the helmet for the vac suit. Dragoon has the suit, but not the helmet. They fought over it probably, and were like, mine, fine, I'll take this, you take that. You know, and I seen it first, I has. That there shiny shirt is mine. That goes to the tower, along with everything here. And just like that, we're playing Lord of the Rings in space. Toxic atmosphere had beans for breakfast. The whole reactor has a lot of beans. Yeah. Nuclear beans. Or nuclear shrimp, maybe. They went to Walmart and got nuclear shrimp. And then I got a cease and desist from Walmart. My lawyer has advised me to say nothing more. We got a bulk good trader coming in as well. Look at this guy here. Who is my biggest social man? I think it's Tay. Who's the best at talking to people? Yep, Talon knows the most words. Well, let's let them get situated after they've tromped through my fucking cockpit. There we go, Tay. Oh, Tay brought... Whoa, this guy had, like, no resistance. Look at this. I'm going to leave my camera over here. I keep moving it over here to avoid... you guys can't see those parts of the UI. So I'm just going to move it over here, and you won't see any of the messages down here then. But look at this guy's resistance. He had 4 resistance. Well, he had 0.4, sorry, now. And we just removed like 1 point something. The dude had almost no resistance. This guy will be ready to be recruited. I'm just going to tell him to recruit him. But what we want to do is sell a bunch of crap. What do we want to get rid of? I guess we'll get rid of that 1 muffalo wool. We'll get rid of 19 of the seal skin. We'll get rid of 16 camel hide. I'll get rid of 36 lizards. I'll get... You know, I can just do 100 and it'll just... I don't need to actually type in the number then. There we go. The problem with this new trade UI mod that I'm using is it doesn't have a, you know, add max as an option. So when you've got like 60 of something and you're clicking forever, but then you have to put a negative in if you want to sell it. We will sell the yayo. I don't want my people getting fucking strung out on these drugs. I will Can I hold down? Oh, I can hold down shift. Okay. Learned a new thing. Hold down shift, maximum cell. Beautiful. I'm keeping those for sure. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep all my car parts. Ah! Urana! Stop it! We'll sell these crappy clothes that are all burned out, you know. Well, actually, not that one. That one's fine. There's two of those, actually. Buffalo wool t-shirts. Cool. We could, if they wanted, we could sell Green the Sheriff. Sheriff Green. But we're not going to do that. They don't want to buy slaves, so there are slave traders in this game. We're not doing slavery, though. I'm not doing that. We will capture people. We will turn them into gladiators for our amusement, but we're not enslaving them. There's a fine line we will not cross. It was a perfect combo, had to do it. Yeah, that emote, right? That little cardboard box emote. Snake. Yes. I've actually got a little... I need, like... remember, Snake, this is a sneaking mission on my soundboard, but I do have Snake eating a ration.
Tasty.
Tasty. Nom, nom, nom. Do we want to buy anything from these people? I wish they had advanced components. We could buy all the chem fuel. How much is that? We're going to be spending 438 on top of what we're selling. We could just buy a load of chem fuel. Cloth face mask. This is not the pandemic. I don't need that. Okay, there are no diseases. We could buy some clothing. Game of board. And it's jade. Ooh, granite royal table as well, maybe? Beer. No, if they had a load of it, I'd buy it, but we're not going to buy two and have people fight over it. Come on. Do we want to buy a bunch of food, though? Like regular food? Probably not. Yeah, okay, I guess we'll do that. Poor-ass pirates that we are, you know. Anybody gonna haul that chem fuel in? Nobody? Alright. Oh, there we go. Yuri's on it. And plonks it all down and boom. Just like that, we've got a load of fuel. I can hook up this chem fuel. Like, how much do we have now? 699. I feel like that's plenty. I'm gonna hook these up to the fuel tanks now as well. And then the fuel tanks will auto-fill. Because now that all the chem fuel is in there, people don't go and physically remove it unless I make a... under pipe network, if I make a chem fuel tap and attach it somewhere, then to the pipe network, I can tell it how many, or how big of a stack of containers of chem fuel it should automatically vend, and they will just sit there, and then people will come and use them when they need them. But the problem with doing that is people tend to then go around in circles dropping it back down the drain, unless you configure it right, and even then it's iffy. Sometimes NPCs are like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to take the chem fuel from the tap and pour it back down the drain, and then the tap vends more chem fuel, and they just keep getting stuck in a weird-ass loop. So I don't like doing that usually. I don't like mixing that shit up. I mean, I should set this as a more, or a less important location than the tap. But, yeah. And in theory, that should stop it, but it doesn't always. So, you know, what I have to do is physically tell them to extract 150 chem fuel at a time, and then they'll probably want to take it there first instead of refueling this. But now we've connected it with pipes. When these fuel tanks drain their fuel, they will refuel automatically. So that's good. All right. Is there anything else we should work on before we skedaddle? Did all those components get mined out? Well, there's a bit there, but I don't want to go for those. I think they did. I think we're good. I think... Ooh, a sprout of a hippie tree. Should we... Ooh, maybe we should actually harvest that. We'll get someone to harvest that. Bring it into our... Yeah, garlic seed. There we go. We'll bring it into our cargo, and maybe we could sell it to someone. We ain't hippies. We don't want that tree. I do love it though. Oh, it's so good if you're running tree folk, you know, like an ideology that worships the trees and stuff, and you make those, and you can have people linked to it and everything, and like tend to the tree regularly, and then they start sprouting little like dryads that can do work around your colony. It's really good. It's so good. You just get these little creatures that self-tame and run out and do stuff, and you can get newer versions of them, like fighting versions and so on. Oh, it's a great way to do things. Yeah, I didn't want to do that quest. It stank. Stank out loud. I want to get my ship built up bigger. Right, you going to go harvest that? Are you going to bring it with you? Or are you just going to leave it on the ground? You're just going to leave it on the ground like an idiot, aren't you? There we go. Tay! Stop being an idiot. Alright. Let's see if anybody... Are we going to recruit Green? Also... Green's hair is kind of, well, more cyan, I guess, but more of a teal / cyan color, but not far off. Nobody gonna recruit this person? I guess they're not. Oh, there we go. Tay, let's see. Encourage Green to think about health. Think about your health, you know? You should join us. Think about your health. Talked about lovers. Encourage Green to talk about struggle. Just open up. Expressed interest in Green's medical skill. You could be an asset to this colony. Yo! Mad Castle Ray. Oh, shit. Kill it. Kill it. It's destroying my turret. Tusa, get out there and murder that fucking thing. But he didn't join. Didn't join us. It's gonna blow my turret up! You son of a bitch! Get over here! Huh. Kill it! Yes! Tusa the strong. We're gonna eat that fucking thing now. Look at this. It nearly destroyed my turret. Fucking dinosaur chicken bastard thing. Get over here. Alright. Wow, fucking deadly bastards those things are. They really are deadly. We'll build another one of these. You know, actually, I should probably have not cancelled that and just put the door there. And get rid of the other door. Because we might as well have that little gap. Because what I'm going to do is put a vac barrier there once we have some gravlite panels. And then we can go to space and make more. I'm going to need oh, fuck yeah. I'm going to need a fabricator bench, shan't I? Well, the next expansion we do to the ship might give us a bit of space to do that. I want to build more of the back end of the ship out first and start moving things over. Or maybe we build a bit more of the front end. I don't know. Move that further forward. Make some more rooms. More crew rooms. But eventually I'm going to need to build a fabrication bench. Let's have a look. I don't know if I don't think we use the machining table to make grab life. More food! Yes! Always. Let's have a look. Where are we? Are we not researching anything? We're not, are we? What am I doing? I forgot to set new research. So we got orbital tech, we got multi-analyzer, yeah, ground pen scanning. We need that. We'll get that, then we'll do fabrication. It'll make a high-tech research bench, and then we can do advanced gravtech to make our own panels. Yeah. But we are going to need a place to put that bench, and it's big. It's huge. It's not going to fit in here. Anywhere, actually. Not unless I start really getting rid of some stuff. How come these walls and doors never got finished? Who's slacking? Who wants a smack? Urana redeemed first. Yeah, hour and 11 minutes into the stream, somebody finally got first. Whoa. Strong is not happy. Oh, the nose. Oh no, Tucci, your nose got shattered. No recent conquests. Yeah, we need to go beat some shit up. No high life. We literally fucking have these. Can I build auto bongs? I can. It might be time. It might be time to just hotbox this room. What do y'all think? It just automatically builds smoke leaf. Anyone in the cloud becomes high. So we could just put this in the middle of this room. There's no space for it. It's too big. Well, we could... Yeah. When we have space. It might be time just to build one of those, and then every time people pass through it, they get a little bit high, and they're okay. Our box, free food, yeah. See, we're filling all the needs. I mean, being in pain probably wouldn't have helped as well, and disturbed sleep. We have skull spikes though. What we need, what's not happening, is work sites aren't popping up. You know? And we're not strong enough to land on top of some peaceful colony and just blast the shit out of it. So, yeah. Like, we don't have enough good guns yet. On the side of the ship especially. I want those autocannons, and I want the missile tubes. The swarm launchers at the very least. Not the super big ones, but they'll be endgame level. We'll get there. But working sites are usually a thing that pop up, like, you've detected a mining site from a place over here. And oh, what is this? The stack of supplies? Intercept of the communications indicate an item stash has been claimed by others. Oh, the supply thing expired. Okay, yeah, there was a... That wouldn't be counted as a conquest, so... But we need to raid people, you know? Like, we need to find working sites that we can go and raid without pissing off all the major factions, because they're usually owned by minor ones. And it seems since Odyssey, I don't get many of those. I was getting them popping up all the time, and now we kind of don't, which is a bit of a shame. Alright. How are we looking on this work order here? Let's see. We're still working on vac suit number 1. Ugh. Oh boy. And we've still got about 5,300 wood to turn into chem fuel, which is fine. So do we want to maybe harvest the last of this and then go, I think. Orders, harvest. Get all that, and then we'll just delete the zone anyway. We're done with it. There's nothing else here that we need. Actually, these crates... Yeah, I'd probably only get like a bit of steel from them anyway. I was going to say we could demolish that crate, but we only get a bit of steel, I think. Did somebody repair this turret? Yes, they did. Excellent. Why waste time? Just put constant smoke to get everyone high with no time loss. I mean, that's kind of the point of it as well. Like, if you choose in your ideology the high life, they want drug use, but they need to have time to go and use drugs, and they don't always do it, you know? Like, I mean, Tucci now, he has a small smoke leaf tolerance, but he's like, I'm missing the high life, you know, like, we don't have it. And it's like, well, we have drugs available, so why are you upset? Go use them. But during the workday, when they're forced to work, they're not taking drugs. So, but now you see, look, they're smoking up. And it's all good. Alright, well, let's wait till light. We'll go through the night cycle. In the morning, we'll fly to the other place. Gotta go sleep, have fun. Okay, Urana, we'll try and keep you alive. Thanks for popping in, as always. Nice to see you. Enjoy your evening. Good night. And yeah, I'm looking forward to moving on from this map, because there wasn't really much of anything here. No good hunting or anything. There's not going to be very much good hunting on the map we're going to. It's in a place called the Scarlands. It's like really nasty wasteland shit, and it's going to be belching toxic fallout. That's the thing. This reactor is basically broken and is like you know, belching out fallout. And what we need to do is shut down the reactor to prevent that. And when we do that, we finally get the grav core that's built into it. And in there's going to be grav-like panels as well. Are we not recruiting this guy? Oh, damn. I did forget, actually, to tell them. No wonder nobody recruited him. All right, let's see if this happens. Come on, Tay. He's got 0 resistance. There we go. Has joined. Now for colonists, you get to keep that room. Congratulations. Green has joined us. That means we still have 3 people who don't have names yet. And Green has marine armor. Okay, what are you doing, Green? Why are you taking that? All right, you're gonna have the same schedule as everybody else. We're gonna see what jobs you can do for us. You're also not of our ideology. The philosophy of humanity, yeah? We don't need animal handling. Hunting would be fine. Construction might help. Let's put hunting as a primary. We will give you a gun. Growing, we don't need anybody handling growing. Hauling, then as a primary. Secondary cleaning, no research. We don't need to do much of anything else, so that's fine. And there will be a weapon in here for you somewhere, I'm sure. I mean, if nothing else, there's your damned great big freaking gun that we took off of you. Bolt action rifles. You've got shooting 10. Oh, we could give you one of those. It's going to be in here somewhere, surely. Surely it's in here somewhere. We got machine pistols. I need to find a combat supplier and just sell some of that crap. I thought I would have had another... Oh, cancel. I don't need that. Where did that gun go? I'm going to have to look for it, aren't I? Where did we put... There we go, LMG. It's poor, though. It's poor. But okay. Equip LMG. Go for it. There you go. Whatever. We'll get you a better gun eventually. I thought I had another heavy SMG. I thought we were making an additional one. I know we eventually... Then again, that was for Urana. That's right. Okay. That's where I'm getting confused. But all these little shitty auto pistols and machine pistols, we don't need them. Let's go. Let's fly. The launch has begun. Alright. We're going here. The Scarland. Ooh, big mountainous area. Nice. What else is there on the terrain? Sandstone, limestone, slates, mountain cave, biome transition area, 25% berries, year-round growing period, if you can. Alright, fair enough. Let's go. Today I learned lighting incensers with an electricity arc makes them run like nitro. Really? You mean like those little, like, the joss sticks? The ones that are just like the rolled sticks of incense, or like cones? Or do you mean the long, like, wooden stick ones that have been dipped? I guess they're joss sticks, aren't they? Actually, yeah. The other ones are just... I don't know what they're called. The Japanese-style rolled ones. But yeah, I used to buy loads of that when I was back in England. I haven't done it here. Like, I don't burn incense here in the condo because it'll probably set the smoke alarm off. We've got a very, very, very sensitive smoke alarm.